Many children learn about the history of America in classrooms through textbooks, lessons, slideshows, tests, many things like that. However, as these children get older, they often start to find these lessons boring. However, since 1986, there has been a way for preteen girls and boys alike to be more interested in history through the American Girl doll brand. The American Girl doll brand was launched in 1986 by Pleasant Rowland to help educate young girls living in the United States on the history of America through the perspective of young girls. To discuss these dolls and the various doll lines that have been released, I am using an article by the American Girl Company entitled Our Story, various doll descriptions on their website, a research website entitled American Girl Doll News created by a former employee and fans of the doll line, and an article by the United States Patent website. Excuse me. These websites and articles will also help me talk about the numerous lines that have been created by the company over the year, and I won't be exploring each line separately and each doll from the line as well as I can, as there have been 5 different lines over the year: historical, truly me, girl of the year, contemporary, and world by us. Since the line's original release in 1986, there have been 5 different lines: historical, truly me, girl of the year, contemporary, and world by us. In this speech, I will be discussing each line and how they are important. The very first line ever launched in 1986 was the historical dolls. Pleasant Rowland, an educator, wanted to help girls leave a positive mark on the world and teach them the history of the world around them after visiting Williamsburg. An article by the American Girl Company entitled Our Story explains how after she visited colonial Williamsburg, she realized that she wanted young girls to experience how she felt in their own homes. After that experience, Pleasant Rowland created the first 3 dolls: Molly McIntyre, Kirsten Larson, and Samantha Parkington. Molly's story takes place in World War II, Samantha during the Gilded Age, and Kirsten in the 1880s as an immigrant from Sweden to Minnesota. Each doll came with books and accessories to help teach young girls about the history of the era that the dolls lives in. In the 1990s, 3 historical girl dolls were released: Felicity Merriman, who takes place in 1774, Addie Walker in 1864, and Josefina Montoya in 1824. In the 2000s, 9 historical dolls were released: Kit Kittredge, a girl living in the Great Depression; Kaya, a Native American girl; Nellie O'Malley, Samantha's best friend; Elizabeth Cole, Felicity's best friend; Emily Bennett, Molly's best friend; Julie Albright and Ivy Ling, 2 girls living in the 1960s; Ruthie Smithens, Kit's best friend; and Rebecca Rubin, a Jewish girl living in the 1910s. In the 2010s and 2020s, 10 historical girl dolls were released as well: Marie Grace Gardner and Cecilia Ray, 2 girls living in New Orleans in the 1920s; Caroline Abbott, a girl living on a ship in the 1800s; Mary Ellen Larkin, a girl living in the 1950s; Melody Ellison, a girl living in the 1960s; Nenea Mitchell, a girl surviving after the effects of Pearl Harbor; Courtney Moore, set in the 1980s; Claudie Wells, set in the 1920s; and Isabella Nikki Hoffman, set in the early 2000s and the late 1990s. Each of those dolls comes with a book and accessories to educate the young girls on those time periods that they lived in. However, in the 2000s, American Girl began to realize that not every girl cared about history, and with all the sales that they were making from these dolls, they realized that they could start creating more modern-day relatable dolls. Thus began Girl of the Year. Girl of the Year was created in 2001 with Lindsay Bergman. The line started because the brand wanted to offer modern-day relatable characters to its audience. Lindsay also came with a book similar to the historical girl dolls, and ever since 2001 there has been a new Girl of the Year every single year, with the 2027 Girl of the Year being Daisy Davenport. Some notable dolls are Carissa Maxwell in 2009, McKenna Brooks in 2012, Grace Thomas in 2015, Isabel Palmer in 2014, and Sage Copeland in 2013, as all of those dolls came with a movie. Similar to the Girl of the Year, the Just Like You line was released in 1995 under the name American Girl of Today, as American Girl once again wanted to cash in on the franchise and create a modern parallel to the historical dolls for children so they could create their own stories with the dolls. The name was changed twice, once in 1998 to American Girl of Today, and then in 2006 to Just Like You, whenever the dolls were rebranded to either be a child's lookalike or their best friend rather than someone they could create a story for. The line was changed once again in 2018 to Truly Me, and this name is still used today. Today, the dolls are nearly fully customizable. They can have earrings, EpiPens, hearing aids, so many different things. And the United States Patent Government website discussed this in detail, including the various accessories and stuff. You can even have a bald American Girl doll, which has been life-changing for girls with cancer or alopecia or any condition that causes them to not have hair. And also, similar to these two doll lines, is the Contemporary line and World by Us, which are both extremely similar. The Contemporary line launched in 2017 and only included 3 dolls: Tinny Grant, Logan Everett, and Z Yang, who were all discontinued in 2018 due to backlash over the dolls overshadowing the Girl of the Year dolls. The World by Us line was released in 2021 and was extremely similar to the Contemporary line. The dolls included Makina Williams, Yvette Peters, and Maritza Ochoa. The line was officially discontinued in 2025, but Maritza was first retired in 2023, followed by Yvette in 2024, and McKenna in 2026. American Girl started as a brand of dolls to inspire young girls to take action and learn about their history through girls that were their age. Since then, the brand has expanded to include modern characters and other dolls to appeal to the mass audience of young girls in the United States. Overall, the American Girl dolls have become a world-famous line of dolls who have impacted girls for decades and continue to branch out and explore new horizons.